Hi there, guys. The World Splits here.
Five Nights at Freddy's is an
Theoretically
unpredictable game
possible
built off of random
in FNAF
events.
1.
And with that comes the
Okay, this
magical world of
could be
possibilities that will never happen, but they are theoretically possible. So I'm going to seek out random events in
Okay,
the
this is
game and show you some interesting things that are within the realm of
Agreeing,
possibilities. The animatronics have an AI and 20 chance to move. That means it's technically
Oh.
possible for the animatronics to never move throughout nights 1 through 6. I guess this would be an alternate world where there are no kids that got murdered and Phone Guy is just a conspiracy theorist. It's even possible to set all the AI levels to 19 on the custom night and you can just sit back and get fired. Although once you set them to 20, they have a 100% chance to move. Now when you open the game, it gives you a warning about flashing lights, but in case you missed it, Divine Intervention can still save you. The lights on the doors have a 1 in 10 chance to flicker off every frame. That means it's possible for the lights to never flicker. That also means it's possible for the lights to just never work, but it will still take your power. So I guess the power is actually being taken from the buttons lighting up. Similarly, the West Hall in camera 2A has a 3 in 10 chance to flicker on every frame, so that means it's possible for you to never be able to see if bodies in the West Hall. The static effect on the cameras actually follows a complex formula to set its transparency. Here's what it looks like at its lowest transparency. And here's what it looks like at its highest transparency. On night 4 and onwards, Bonnie and Chica will do a little dance for you when they reach the corners of the hall. There is a 1 in 15 chance every 0.05 seconds that they open their mouth. So it's possible for them to just be like this.
Jeez.
There's also a scary robot voice that plays while they're twitching. But the volume of that sound is randomized every 0.1 seconds, so it's possible for it to be so quiet that you can't hear it. And in case you were wondering, this is what the maximum volume sounds like. There are ambient sounds that randomly play, such as Foxy's pirate song in the show stage music. There is a 1 in 30 chance for them to play every 4 to 5 seconds. But if that chance succeeds every time, then the sounds will actually cut themselves off to play from the beginning. There's also a random door pounding sound that is set to a random volume when it plays. Here's what it sounds like at its maximum volume. It's possible for this sound to play every 10 seconds, leaving you really confused. When Chica is in the kitchen, it will choose a random kitchen sound every 4 seconds, with a 50% chance for it to continue the sound already playing. But it is possible for Chica to just keep playing the same kitchen sound over and over.
Yeah, it definitely sounds like she's knocking over pots and pans.
Each Easter egg in the cameras has a specific
like you
chance of appearing
sleepwalking,
whenever you
Hootie.
open the camera.
Oi, I heard that
As you
bingo.
probably guessed, it is possible for certain Easter eggs to always be active every time you open the cameras. However, you can't have every Easter egg at once because some of them can only appear while others are inactive. Occasionally, there will be spooky images flashing on your screen of Freddy and Bonnie's face. This has a 1 in 1,000 chance of occurring every second, so it's possible that these hallucinations just never leave you alone. But it can get worse than that. While the hallucination is active, it has a 1 in 10 chance to actually appear every frame. So if that chance succeeds every frame, this is what happens.
Why are you flashing?
Before I get into the really crazy one, let's go back to the movement patterns of the animatronics. I mentioned before how the animatronics have a 100% chance to move on 20 AI, but it's actually possible to win 420 mode by doing almost nothing. You don't even have to use the doors. When Bonnie is in the West Hall corner, he has a 50-50 chance to move to either the door or the closet. When Bonnie is in the closet, he has a 50-50 chance to move to either the door or the west hall. So it's possible for Bonnie to go in circles and never reach the door. When Chica is in the east hall corner, she has a 50-50 chance to move to either the door or the east hall. So Chica can also get stuck before the door. That means we don't have to worry about Bonnie or Chica in 420 mode. But what about Freddy and Foxy? Well, if you switch to camera 4B, then Freddy will never be able to attack. That just leaves Foxy to deal with. Every time you lift down the camera, a cooldown timer will be set where Foxy won't be able to move. This cooldown timer will be anywhere from 0.8 to 17.5 seconds. So if you're really lucky, you can beat 420 mode without using the doors. All you have to do is switch to cam 4B at the beginning of the night, and every few seconds just flip the monitor up and back down again. But what if you're really unlucky? Well, turns out the game could just be straight up impossible. Even on the first night, it's not a skill issue, it's the game's fault. Or in this case, the universe's fault. On night 1, all of the animatronics are set to 0 AI. At 2 AM, Bonnie's AI increases by 1. And at 3 AM, both Bonnie and Chica's AI gets increased by 1. This means that once it hits 3 AM, both Bonnie and Chica can rush straight to your door and then camp there for the whole night, draining all of your power. This happens because Bonnie and Chica can continuously fail their movement opportunities at the door. This can't happen on 420 mode, so funnily enough, that makes night 1 through 6 impossible, while 420 mode is possible. Now it's time for the weird stuff. When the power goes out, there is a 1 in 4 chance every 0.05 seconds for the fan to turn off. That means it's possible for the fan to just stay there after the power is gone off. But it will always disappear once Freddy appears. Similarly, Freddy has a 1 in 4 chance every 0.05 seconds to flicker his light. That means Freddy can just never appear. Or he will always be glowing. It just depends if Freddy is an introvert or an extrovert. When it cuts to a blackout, there's a 1 in 2 chance every frame for the lights to flicker. That means it could just cut to black without flickering.
That happen.
And if you're wondering the shortest possible time for Freddy to attack you, it's 12 seconds.
Thanks for telling us.
And the longest time is a whole minute. That's everything I found from the office sections, but what about the main menu? Well, turns out some crazy things can happen here as well. Every 0.3 seconds, Freddy's transparency will be randomly set. That means once you open the menu, Freddy can just not be there. I guess he forgot to show up.
That's weird.
Every 0.8 seconds, Freddy's Twitch is set to a random number between 0 and 99. If this number is above 97, Freddy will twitch. That means Freddy could just be stuck with one of his twitching poses forever.
He doesn't even have his head on.
There's also more random things on the menu, but I thought I'd just tweak all of those numbers and show you a really cool title screen. One last thing. Whenever you switch to the title screen, there is a 1 in 1,000 chance for a rare screen of Bonnie to appear.
Yeah, we remember
Once
that
this screen is over, it goes back to the title screen. But that means, if this chance succeeded every time, then you'd just be stuck in an infinite loop of the rare screen and you wouldn't be able to play. So if you thought night 1 was impossible, just try making it past the title screen. Or rather, the lack of a title screen.
Oh yeah.
That's all of the theoretical events I could find in FNAF 1. Of course, there's the possibility of bit shifts causing incredible things to happen, but that's beyond the scope of this video. Thank you for watching, and if you'd like to see me cover FNAF 2, leave a comment.
Oh yeah, we would like to see that. Wait a minute, he already did. Ah well, that was a nice and interesting video. See you all!